Hey, it's a wonderful time of day. So, remember the day we finally were introduced, like properly introduced to each other at the chess park? And I was telling you that I just came from the beach. Or I mean, not that day per se, but about that day, what I was doing that day. And remember at the boba tea shop, I was telling you that, where I was at that day, I was at the beach surfing that day. Before I got to you. Right now is a good time to bring up spot 42, or since we were talking about the number 42 a moment ago, right now is a good time to bring it up. So that's why spot 42 is my spot in Juno Beach. That's where I go surfing at, and that's where I was at that day that we met, that we were finally introduced. I was surfing at my spot. Usually this thing goes haywire about my belt. So yeah, no, that's the spot I usually surf at, and I also go camping there often. Usually in the winter time, I love to go camping there. It gets nice and cold, and the waves get really good. Get up first thing in the morning and go surfing. But yeah, after we met and you, at last I knew at least your first name. From that moment on, like I was like looking at my Facebook and my Instagram, not searching. Or I mean, if I'm being honest with you, I did look up your name and like whatever it is that I knew about you on Facebook. But I couldn't find you. Nothing ever came up about you. The only thing that I did see was something about you and like working with the LGBTQ community, and kind of, I don't know, standing up for that, which I thought was cool. Well, anyways, long story short, I don't know why I'm dragging this out, but I love how Facebook wants to suggest you, like the way I went about of trying to find you, like was at first for like the first month or two after knowing your name, I was just looking at my Facebook constantly, like in my friend suggestion list. Like I would just scroll through like who my Facebook is suggesting, because I have noticed that every once in a while there's a familiar face that I've seen around town that my Facebook is suggesting. But I would honestly say that I've been looking not even for your name before I knew your name and I knew your face, and I was always vigilant to see if it was suggesting your seeing you eventually at some point, and I never did. Who knows? Maybe I was seeing you, because now I know that like you weren't using your your picture to show yourself. So who knows? Maybe I did scroll by it. I didn't know your name and I didn't know your picture, so maybe I did scroll by it. Now, come to think of it, but I could honestly say that, like, once I actually knew your name and found your Facebook profile, I could honestly say that I've never seen it before. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that I love how Facebook like doesn't like suggest people nearby you. Like it did you know, I'm talking about years ago. In the past, you know, once in a, like, it's been like once or twice in the entire time that I've been with Facebook that I've seen somebody that I knew locally. Besides that, it's always somebody on the other side of freaking the country, or even in another country, like, that it's trying to suggest me to be friends with. And it's just like, I love that. I love how it doesn't want the community to, it seems like the algorithm doesn't want the community, the people right next door to you, to communicate and us be united. That really bothered me. I wanted to say something about when you brought up Facebook and all that. I was like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna talk about Facebook because it's right now a touchy subject for me, because I didn't understand why you would never pop up on my algorithm. I feel like there's a system in play purposely trying to keep people apart, and that's not cool. That is not cool. Like, why somebody in California? Okay, I could understand California because I live there, but no. Also, there's also just people in random states, and like, yeah, like, I didn't understand that. Why the suggestions would never be people nearby. And yeah, well, whatever. Time went on, and if you ever, so I'm happy to be brutally honest about how I actually found your Facebook profile at last, because I didn't know it at first. I didn't know any of these things about you. The whole thing about you getting interested in about me talking about, you know, synthesizers were my thing and still remain my thing. Like, that's like my favorite, at least one of my favorite instruments to play with. And I kind of almost now, suddenly I felt like you thought, now that upon seeing what you had upon your Facebook, and I didn't look too much into depth into your Facebook, I just noticed, like, one of the first things, the very first picture I saw was this picture of a person named Wendy Carlos. I don't know who that person was, but I really wish that you would share who it is with me. I know that I could have kind of read upon it myself, but I didn't pry. I remained on your profile for like 2 minutes top. I saw a few pictures and just saw that it was definitely you. And let's see. And then I saw that picture, which made me really curious. I was like, wait a second. So that's why you were so intrigued when I brought up the whole synthesizer talk. But in hindsight, now I think that you thought I was spying on you, that somehow I got that information, that I knew about your Facebook, and I secretly knew things about you and pretended to not know. Essentially internet stalking you, which I wasn't. I didn't know anything about your Facebook. I just knew a little bit about you. I wanted to know more about you. I waited for Facebook to suggest you, but it never did. But yeah, long story short, I didn't. The synthesizer stuff was really me. That really is me. That had nothing to do with guessing what you might be into. I was just genuinely trying to share parts of me. That might I say that when I saw that picture, my mind was just like, my mind just like blew, like, what? You know, if I'm essentially what you want, then what is happening? But please don't take my word, my protesting. Please don't take my protest to heart. It's not to offend you, but to just raise awareness of things that you didn't know. That maybe you might be interested in knowing now. Maybe you made up your mind about me, and there is no changing it. But I will certainly do everything in my power to help this situation if I can. To right, I will do everything in my power to right the situation if I can, if it can be righted. And I'm running out of words to say. The whole point of this message was, well, in bringing up Spot 42. I haven't gone camping there. I haven't been camping there in a while, and I've been kind of like been wanting to go, but like I just really want to get this message out to you already. And so that I could resume my life. I guess that's why this message is coming to you now, like right here in the new year, because I just want us both to not worry about each other and resume our lives. However, I am gonna go camp in Spot 42 this winter at some point. I meant for this to happen during Christmas break, or practically for Christmas is what I was trying to do. But I've been this year happened before I just blinked my eyes, and this year went by, and Christmas was here before I even knew it. And there's just so many things in my life that I'm dealing with right now. Not bad things, not like awful things, it's just life things. Things break and you have to fix them. And and so I haven't been able to go camping because of things that just took presidency in my life. But I really want to go camping really soon this winter, as soon as I can. And I will let you know when I do. That's the last thing. That's the last message that I will. This is the last message that I'm trying to convey to you, is that I will just let you know that I'm camping at spot 42 at Juno Beach, and if you want to come see me surf, if you don't even have to approach me. If you don't want, but if you want to just come see me surf, I would love that. Given that it'd be a good surf day, but even if it's not, it'd be great to see you anyways. It'd be honestly great to see you at the beach. Honestly, what I'm starting to understand deep in my heart is that you practically fulfilled like a fantasy the day that you went to Palm Beach Island with me, and you took that adventure with me. You fulfilled a fantasy that I had there. I think just being with you just feels like a fantasy, essentially. Like, that's all I really wanted to do was go riding around, hang out, take you ice skating. But I don't know, I guess has dating between men and women has just turned taboo, I believe. It feels like. But that'd be great, That's why I brought the ice skating thing up, because that's all I really wanted to do. That's another fantasy of mine. And anyways, getting off topic. Point is that when I took you to Palm Beach Island, I'm starting to realize that my unrealized fantasy is to have you at the beach. I just want to go to the beach. I just want to go surfing. I just want to be there at the beach surfing, and me give you a show, a surfing show. I don't know. I just want to share. I just want your attention, I guess. And if you see me surfing and you see me in my natural environment, maybe something will finally click, that all the mystery and all the missing puzzles about me that I've been like, girl, you don't know what you're missing. Why are you treating me like this? Yeah. Just trying to be truthful here. Just being honest with you and myself. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's get retarded in here. I don't park in the parking garage. I didn't ever park in the parking garage. And it's time to get my day started. All right? Well, I hope you find some part of this message inspiring. And, well, I hope that we can make amends. That would be so awesome. And, yeah, well, I'll see you around. Okay? Have a lovely day. I get tongue twisted. Have a lovely day, okay? I'll see you. Cheers. I don't ever say cheers.